What's good, tribe? You know? Welcome to the channel. Got a little somber news. So right now, today is June 16th. It's about 10 minutes after 4 o'clock. Today, not even an hour or so ago, I got some news from a young man I've been talking to back and forth. We didn't text. Very rarely did we text. Most of the time we FaceTime because for him, FaceTime was more personal. I don't mind texting, but he wanted to FaceTime. And off and on, every other month, for like the last about 4 or 5 years, he'll FaceTime me, right? And just a quick, 5-10 minute joint. How we doing? Just catch up. Sometimes just a few minutes. Hey man, just checking on you. I'm good. How you doing? I'm good. You sure you're good? Yeah, I just wanted to say what's up, man. Okay. Anything you want to talk about? You just want to say hi. I just want to say hi. Kind of conversations. Today, his son found him. Today, his son found him. He was he had hung himself. He had hung himself. And I told him, man, I kept telling him. Bro, don't fight this by yourself, man. Oh, damn. And I kept telling him, bro, don't fight this by yourself, man. Don't fight this by yourself. He was a good dude, man. He was a really good dude. But I'm going to give you a little bit of his backstory. So he'd been married to a woman. They had 3 children together. He has 2 boys and a girl. Older boy, a middle boy, and then the baby girl. And the mom, his ex-wife, had poisoned his children against him. Now, they had been married for a few years, and I think they had been divorced maybe about 10 years at this point. And shortly after that, about 4 or 5 years ago, him and I started to converse. He saw my YouTube channel, like, hey man, I really want to talk to you about some things. Do you mind? Not at all. So great guy. The man worked 2 jobs, right? He was an engineer. So at one job, really good money. This man was easily making 6 figures, easily. No question, right? That's before all the hours he was putting in. At one job, he was an engineer. Like he was, the job was related to engineering. I don't know what he did exactly. But the other job he did, his second job, was a CNC operator. I did CNC for about 10, 15 years. So I know that job. And as a CNC operator, I put in 60-hour work weeks easily. Right? I couldn't imagine doing that and an engineer. So the man was always working. That's the main reason why his wife divorced him, because she believed that he was just working too much, right? And so he was just putting in the work to kind of, and she didn't work, mind you. The wife didn't work because the kind of money he was making took care of his entire family, and he didn't mind doing it. And she felt the wife. She felt neglected, and how he was just a horrible guy. And as she filed for divorce, like I said, and after filing for divorce, she got the children in a house. He ends up in an apartment. And she always pours on her. I mean, like some of the messages, man, would play for me, man. Some of these messages, man, was horrible messages. Like some of the most god-awful shit you can say to a man. And it hurts because it's the same shit I heard from my child's mother. Like, my child heard all kinds of shit about me. Shit that was never ever true. But because it's her mom, the first thing you do is you want to believe that bullshit. Like, you want to believe what my mom telling me is true. So the man spent years of his life trying to convince his children he wasn't a bad guy. His mom was just angry. And I don't know what the straw was for him. I don't know what that moment was for him that caused him to actually take his own life. I don't know what that was. I hadn't spoken to him in quite a while, and not that we just kind of lost touch. I hadn't spoken to him, right? Typically, he would send me a message, hey, I want to talk, or, so I in the last year or so, right, since my stroke, I've talked to him maybe twice, maybe, and he didn't want to burden me with his problems, and it wasn't that. I want to tell y'all something, gentlemen. I had a stroke in 2021. Yes, I got my own shit I'm dealing with, but I don't have so much where I can't help you not do that. That's not what this is. This entire channel is dedicated to helping men who struggle with mental health. Man, bump everything else. Bump everything else. All my books, all my courses. But look, fuck all that. That don't even mean nothing. I need you here and alive. Your children need you here and alive. And they need you here. Fuck. All right. Oh, man. And I just wanted him to... I always tell him, bro, just reach out, man. Reach out to me and talk to me. Let me know what's going on with you, man. Oh, man, you got your own thing going on. And I do, right? I do. Like, most mornings I get up and I get up struggling. Most mornings I get up, I'm physically in pain. Most mornings. For the last 5 years of my life, I wake up and I'm physically hurting, right? I fight through that shit and I get done what I need to get done and I start my day. Y'all see these videos, you're like, oh, he don't look like he's in pain because I got my green medicine. So I tell him, bro, let me get my medicine me real quick. I'll shoot you a message and we can talk. And he always felt like he was bothering me, and that's what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want him to feel like he had nobody to turn to. And he always talked about how alone he felt. God damn. And I know that feeling. I know what that's like. And I know how you can feel like no one cares or no one wants to hear you. Because as a man, no one gives a fuck about us. No one cares about us, man. So except other men, because other men have been through or are currently going through what we're going through. So other men understand. Bro, I'm 48 years old. I definitely know what you're going through. I know what you're feeling. I know what's going through your mind. I know. Don't do this shit alone, man. And and so part of me does feel guilty. Fuck, give me a second, man. God damn it. Part of me does feel guilty. It does. Because, should I have reached out sooner? If it was every other month, I was lucky. If it was twice a month, right, we had hit the jackpot kind of thing. Like our interaction was so sparingly that going a couple of weeks didn't seem like a bad thing, right? Normally that was our normal thing. And that's why I created this channel, man. That's the point of the channel. Is that we are a brotherhood of iron. That we sharpen each other. That we keep each other strong, keep each other grounded, keep each other prepared and ready. Yes, life is going to be shitty for you. As a man, life is definitely going to be shitty for you. Be around, put yourself around other men who understand, who sympathize with it, who have compassion for your struggles. Because as men, we all go through the exact same thing. It looks different because we're all different people, but the same shit. And his ex-wife, man, she was such a damn demon, man. He was a good dude. He really was a good dude, man. I'm going to tell you something. God damn, give me a second. There are men who are fantastic fathers. There are men who are great dads. And because the baby mama, that's what you are, baby mama. You're not a single mother, you're a baby mama. You trash. Because the baby mama is hurtful and bitter and angry, you then poison your child against the father. This man's only child, the oldest boy, is the one who kept trying to connect with him because the oldest boy, has started to see the shit his mama was doing and realized his mama was the problem. And he never sat down with his dad and told him, look, I get it. I get what mom was doing. And, because most men, especially you're a young man, you don't know how to deal. You don't know how to deal with that anger yet, that frustration, because it's such a big emotion for a lot of men. It's hard to even deal with. And she had started poisoning them babies against that man, and all that man was doing, all he ever did was work to provide for his family. He wasn't even in the house anymore. Now, of course, the mom had to get out of work because, he couldn't pay their mortgage and his apartment and take care. Like, he just couldn't do it, right? Just financially, was too much for him. And so she had to get a job, of course, and she was mad about that. But it wasn't like, you're an adult. Get a goddamn job. Shut up. But there are so many good men who are actual good dads, but because these broken, bitter-ass baby mamas are just angry at the world, you then put that shit on a man and call him a deadbeat because what? He don't want to be with you no more? He a deadbeat what? Because he ain't paying child support no more? That term, I'm gonna tell you where that term come from. That term actually came from the family court system. Listen to me, gentlemen. If you don't have children, don't have any. Do not have children before you get married. Don't do it. It don't serve you. On any level, it does not serve you to have children with a woman you're not going to be married to. It does not serve you. It doesn't. There are countless men who are suffering because they put a baby in some broken ass, help me, Jesus, help me. Put me back. Some broken ass, bottom of the barrel ass broad got angry because she realized, oh, he don't want to be with me. I was just good enough to have fun with. Now I'm going to put him on child support. Great dude. Y'all just was in y'all element all of a sudden. Y'all decided to, do what all adults, consenting adults do, right? Involved in relations, and then the baby's born. And I hate to see that because there are so many young men who fall into this trap because their fathers don't tell them, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, stay celibate. Don't even look, man. Stay a virgin for as long as you possibly can. For as long as you can. For as long as you can, bro. Seriously. Because the second you get her pregnant, if she ain't happy with life, she gonna torture you. She gonna torture you. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. All them old broken ass bras do. Listen. Help me, Lord. Help me. You can only weaponize a child against a man who gives a goddamn. And they fucking know it, man. They know it. They know for a fact that you care. They know for a fact that you love your child. They can't weaponize their child against a man who don't give a damn. And it's always the guys who really care, who the women seem like they want to hurt the most. Bro, I can't tell you how many times I've had men come to me and talk to me about wanting to be in a child's life and they can't because the mama's doing X, Y, and Z. And then today we lose one. Bro, if you don't have any babies, don't have any. If you don't have any children, and I get it, some of y'all will say, man, don't tell me how to live my life. Okay, fine. Dumbass, go do what you want to go do. Trust me, unless you're not planning on making you her, unless your plan is to make her your wife and to raise that child like a father should, if that's not your plan, She's going to make your life a living hell. Friend of the court, the entire family court system is going to screw you over. You have no idea what's coming. Listen to Unc. Listen to me, man. Listen. You have no idea what's coming to you if you don't pay attention to the words that are coming out of my goddamn mouth. They don't give a damn about you down at the front of the court. They don't give two shits about you at all. 2009, I come out of prison. I said, you know what? I want to actually start my life doing something better. I call friend of the court. Listen, man, I wish I had the recording. I call friend of the court to start putting myself on child support. Because I figure if I get ahead of this thing, I have a little leeway to ask for some stuff. So I give them my address. They tell me my address don't exist. I'm like, well, listen, I'm living in the house that the address is sitting on. I don't know what to tell you. Well, you're lying. Okay, well send us a letter. Okay, so I send them a letter with the address I said on the letter. I send that to them. They send me a notification saying the address doesn't exist. Okay, fine. I go to the post office. I put the post, bro. The post office itself is registered. Like, you can't have a post office in any area that's not a goddamn, it's not a real post office. So I put the address of the post office as where my letter would go. Like a P.O. box. And the guy said, what did he tell me? He said, when it'll come like regular mail. He said, when I recognize it, I'll put it aside for you. I said, okay. So it was a small little town I lived in. And so I get the letter back, right? Like a return to sender kind of letter. And with a stamp saying it wasn't a legit address. It's the goddamn post office. That's not a legit address. When I tell y'all the amount of shit I had to dig myself out of because of the things these people put me through was absolutely insane. Was wild. So I said, I ended up going down to the front of the court, filing a report to actually get put on child support. So I go down there, I actually file the report, or to see the magistrate, right? Forget what it's called. So see the magistrate. The magistrate's like, well, you are entitled to some parenting time. I said, well, listen, sometimes she won't let me see my child. Well, she can't do that. It's against the law. Are you sure? Yes, she can't do that. I said, okay. And listen, when I tell y'all I did all the things, man, I wish y'all could actually see or know what I went through. I did all the things. All of the things. We go to court. I tell the magistrate, I said, listen, I got a court order to see my child. Okay, and it's a court order. Y'all don't honor a court order? Like, what world are we living in that y'all don't honor your own court order? Well, technically, it's a different magistrate. I don't give a goddamn who it's from. It's still the same court. It's civil court. It's family law. What? Bro, when I tell y'all, gentlemen, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get her pregnant. Don't you do that, bro. Don't, unless you plan on making her your wife. And so y'all understand this fully, make her your wife first. Make her your wife first. Give it a year or two. And if you still feel like you want to do it, then have children. The test has to be way before y'all have babies. Way before you have babies. If you do any other thing other than what I'm telling you to do, your life is going to be absolute hell. It is. And it's... Joe was a good dude, man. That's all I know. I know Joe was a good dude. And it hurts me to my heart because I actually know this man. I talk to this man. Regularly talk to this guy. And for him to just... It's sad because Could I have stopped it? I don't know. Could I have talked him out of it? Probably not, man, but you're not a deadbeat because you don't pay child support. You're not. 90% of that child support money is going to go to their pockets anyway. Your child not going to see them. You can owe 20 grand to the child support. Get a $20,000 check, pay child support, and your daughter will see maybe $1,000. Not even what? That's not even what? 5% of it. She may see 1% of it. 1%. 99% of it will go right to the court to pay all their fees. The court system, the family court system as a whole, does not give a goddamn about fathers. They don't care. So don't lean into them people because they don't give a damn about you. Most people don't give a damn about fathers. Bro, it ain't even worth it in 2025. It's not. It's not, man. Most women, I would argue this. I would argue that most women aren't raised to be wives. They're raised to be single, independent mamas. Or single, independent women. That's what they're raised to be. They're raised to be independent boss babes is what they're raised to be. They don't need a man. They're strong and independent. And then you wife one of them. Bro, she don't need you. She wants your resources. She wants your money. She wants anything. She's a parasite. Anything she can suck out of you, she gonna suck out of you. Man, you don't know my girl like I know my girl, bro. I would argue this. My point was, I would probably die on this hill, for real. Most of these bras aren't built to be wives. They're not. They're not. Their mothers or their now grandmothers were raised to be wives. And so most of their grandmothers were wives because they were raised to be wives. 2025, if you got your shit together, bro, you got your shit together, and you on a path to be trying to become the best possible man ever, and you lock yourself in, you start to develop some kind of financial stability for yourself. You get a good credit score, right? Your path is going fantastic. Don't get a girlfriend. And if you get one, let your mama, your sister, and your meanest aunt, whoever she is or they are, whatever, your meanest female interactive personality, whoever that is in your family, your mama, your sister, and your meanest female whoever, a cousin, an aunt, the meanest one, the absolute worst person ever, to then vet your girlfriend to become your wife. If she passed the test, she a good one. Most of them won't. They're not built like that. Bro, it hurts me because most men, we're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing to all kinds of young men. Like, bro, if you are a young man on your journey of becoming an absolute monster, building a business, getting your credit score together, actually, having some savings so when you get older, you can actually take care of your damn self, having a bank account, doing all the things responsible, strong men do. If you're on that path and that's you, the last thing you want to do is get a girlfriend. Trust me. The last thing you want to do, parasite. Unless she's actually, now, and I'm not saying all, but what I am saying is the vast majority aren't built to be a wife. They don't know what it means. They've never seen one. It's like the broad who tells her son how to be a good man. She herself had never even seen a goddamn good man. How you should know what a good man look like? Well, I can teach my son how to. You don't even know what a good man look like. You can't even choose him. You gonna teach him how to be one? Okay, yeah. Listen. If you a young man on your purpose, on your grind, building yourself up, the last thing you want to do is get yourself a girlfriend. Seriously. And you get yourself a girlfriend, make sure the purpose of her or the purpose of y'all dating is to get married. The only reason y'all should be dating is to get married. That's it. That's it. Nothing else serves you. Nothing else serves. It doesn't. Now I know people be like, hey, he just said that because he's mad. I'm not. Tell me a part of what I'm saying as a lie. The entire family court system does not favor, has never favored men, ever. You could be married 20, 30, 40 years. Your wife could want a divorce because she's just unhappy the sun is too bright today, and they will reward her. They will reward her a divorce. As a result of that, your children will get taken from you. Your homes, your car, everything you own now is in her pocket, and now you're pissed at me. Man, big dog, I don't even know what happened. I told you what was going to take place. You go to the family court system hoping that they will say, you know what, you are a good dad. They don't give a damn about you, man. I am upset. I am. Because we lost a good one today. The man was like a brother to me. And I can't imagine his son having to find him. First of all, to find your dad that way is insane. That's to start there. That's insane. He found his dad. Then he has to actually get enough sense of mind to call the police. And now he has to relay this message to his siblings, who may have more than likely don't care because the poison that their mama fed them. I don't care. 5, 10 years later down the road, they talking about, man, I love my father. No, you don't. Because your mama sitting there poisoning you against your daddy, you don't even know the real story. You don't need the whole story. And look, man, Joe was a good dude, man. Joe was a good dude. He was. I don't think Joe was his real name. It's just what he told me his name was. I don't think it was his real name. But Joe was a good guy, man. And that man really loved his babies. He really loved his children. And it's unfortunate we lost another one. I'm out, tribe. Peace.